Hi everyone, welcome back to our After Effects Complete course. In this video, we're diving into advanced compositing techniques in Adobe After Effects with a focus on creating realistic damage effects on buildings. I'll walk you through the process step by step, from choosing the right assets to blending them seamlessly into your scene. So, watch the video until the end. Let's get started. Okay, so right now, I am in After Effects. As you can see, I have the media files in the project panel that we used in our project. I've provided these files in the description. Let's drag and drop the city footage into the composition option to create a new composition according to the footage size. I only need the video up to this point, so I'll trim it by pressing the N key here. Now, go to the Effects and Presets panel and search for 3D Camera Tracker. Apply this effect to the footage. Once the tracking is done, you'll see several tracking points on your footage. I'll select a couple of tracking points on the building, right-click, and choose Create Solid in Camera. As you can see, we now have a track solid layer. To align the solid layer with the building perfectly, we'll apply the grid effect on the track solid layer. Let's align the solid layer with the building. Now that the track solid layer is aligned, I'll delete the grid effect. Press and hold the Alt key and drag the damage image onto the track solid layer. Press S on the damage layer and increase its scale like this. But you can see that the damage layer doesn't match the footage. To fix this, we'll adjust its color. First, right-click on the timeline and create a new adjustment layer. Place this adjustment layer above the main footage layer. Now, navigate to Effects and search for Curves. Apply this effect to the adjustment layer. In the Effects control panel, adjust the curves according to your footage. In my footage, there's too much of a green shade, so I'll select the green color and adjust its graphs like this. Now, I'll adjust the RGB curve something like this. As you can see, the color of the footage layer is okay, but the damage layer color still doesn't match the building. To fix this, we'll apply the same curves effect to our damage layer. You can see there's too much of an orangish shade in the damage layer. Orange is basically red, so I'll select the red color and adjust its graph like this. Now it looks perfect. To make it more realistic, we'll create another damage effect on the building. To do this, select the Pen tool and create a mask over this area on the damage layer. Press M on the damage layer and change the mask from Add to Subtract. Press F and increase the mask feather value. Press Ctrl+D on the damage layer to create a duplicate. Place the duplicate layer under the original layer. Press M on the duplicate layer and change the mask from Subtract to Add. Now, we'll create another duplicate layer of the original damage layer. Place this duplicate layer under all the damage layers. Press M and delete the mask of this duplicate layer. Press S on the second damage layer and increase its scale. Now, you can see a clearer damage effect on the building. Next, press P on the second damage layer. Click on the stopwatch icon to add a keyframe. Move the playhead to 3 seconds and move the layer to the right side like this. Select the third damage layer and change the track matte to Alpha Matte Damage. Now, let's add fire to the building. First, create another duplicate layer of the first damage layer. Press and hold the Alt key and drag the fire footage onto the duplicate damage layer. Press M and delete its mask. Select the Pen tool and create a mask in a round shape like this. Decrease its size and adjust it on the building. Create another duplicate layer of the first damage layer by pressing Ctrl+D and place it above all the layers. Press and hold the Alt key and drag the second fire footage onto the duplicate damage layer. Press S and decrease its scale. Press M and delete its mask. Select the Pen tool and create a rough round-shaped mask. Press F on the layer and increase its mask feather value. Adjust the position and scale of the fire like this. Now, right-click on the timeline and create a new solid. Navigate to Effects and search for Element. Apply this effect to the solid layer. In the Effects Control panel, click on Scene Setup. Here, you'll see a new window open to work in Element 3D. In the Model browser, select the airplane model from the starter pack. I've provided this 3D model in the description. Expand the airplane model to add colors and design. Add these effects from the preset options according to your needs. Let me do this and fast forward. Now click OK. As you can see, we have a 3D model in our footage, but we need to make some adjustments to make it look better. To do this, navigate to the Effects Control panel, expand Group 1, expand Particle Look, and increase the particle size. Next, expand Particle Rotation and adjust its rotation like this. After that, expand Particle Replicator and move the model downward from this option. OK, now select all the damage layers and fire layers. Move the playhead to 1.3 seconds and press Alt plus left bracket. To trim the layers from the left side, select the solid layer and press Alt plus right bracket. To trim the layer from the right side, press P on the solid layer. Move the playhead to 0 seconds and move the layer like this. Click on the stopwatch icon to add a keyframe. Now, move the playhead to 1.2 seconds and move the 3D plane model to the building. Press S on the solid layer, add a keyframe at the start, move the playhead to 1.2 seconds, and decrease its scale. Create another duplicate layer of the damage layer and place this layer above all the layers. Press and hold the Alt key and drag the explosion footage onto the duplicate layer. Press M and delete the mask. Navigate to Effects Control and search for Key Light. Apply this effect to the green screen layer. In the Effects Control panel, select the screen color from the footage to remove the background. Increase the screen gain value. Let me adjust its position. Press S and increase its scale. Now, let's add the airplane sound effect. Drag and drop the airplane sound effect onto the timeline. Here we have the final result. And that's the end of our After Effects complete course. I hope you learned a lot and enjoyed the process. Whether you're new to After Effects or looking to improve your skills, I'm sure you've picked up some useful tips and tricks. If you like this course, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon.